All right, good morning. 10 o'clock right now as you welcome you into WFMY Plus for another weather update this morning here at News 2. Of course, if you're watching this maybe later than this, as you need to search for some more updated information. Of course, we do have News 2 weather impact alerts in effect for today and for tomorrow, and really because we have a lot of cold rain on the way, but we also have the opportunity here for a little bit of wintry mix and some freezing rain that could cause a few slick spots across the area today and tomorrow. So of course we do like to err on the side of caution when we're talking about icing concerns as well. So those alerts go through tomorrow morning and nighttime chances for icy mixes or wintry mixes. So tonight and again tomorrow morning, especially along the Virginia border, is where I want you to pay a little closer attention for that. Slick spots, especially on bridges, overpasses, maybe on the roads, but I don't foresee that being as much of an issue. So be a little extra careful, take it a little slower for your commutes tonight and again for tomorrow morning. Here's what it looks like across the Piedmont this morning. Been mostly dry for the morning hours, especially around the immediate Triad. That's good news. And as we move into the afternoon, though, temperatures coming up above freezing for everybody, and it'll be a cold rain for a while. Take a look at these temperatures, too. This means a lot, especially when we're hovering right around the freezing mark. 36, 37 degrees in much of the Triad. This really hasn't moved a lot since early this morning, and I don't expect that it will. We're going to stay stuck in the 30s all day long. Now, look up along the Virginia border. 33 Mount Airy. We're down to 28 up in West Jefferson, 34 in Reedsville right now, and just up above freezing in Danville, Virginia. Earlier, they were at the freezing mark, and just above 32 makes all the difference. So anything that's falling now is likely either sleet or regular old rain across the Piedmont. You see that pretty evident here on our satellite radar combo. There's not much happening, a little bit of sleet, maybe a few snowflakes falling up in parts of Rockingham County just over the border near Danville. So we'll look out for some reports from those folks. Otherwise, it is mainly dry, but it won't be that way as we go into the afternoon. You'll notice not very far back to the west. Look at all of this rain that's out over the Tennessee Valley, parts of Arkansas, down Louisiana, even as far back as Texas. You'll see this rain now approaching our North Carolina mountains as it moves through Tennessee. That is what's headed our way as we move into our afternoon. So it comes in rounds, right? It's not going to rain all the time everywhere from this afternoon through Thursday morning, but it will rain a majority of the time. I can assure you of that. It'll come in rounds. And again, watching tomorrow morning for some freezing concern. We'll get a little bit of a break midday tomorrow, and then another round, another push of it tomorrow afternoon, and then again tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. So we have a lot of rain to go over the next few days. Here's what that looks like on Futurecast. We move through the afternoon, rounds of cold rain for everybody. Still keeping a close eye on these folks north and west of the Triad, up along the Virginia border and up in our North Carolina foothills. Mount Airy, up to Galax, Virginia, Allegheny County. Those folks will keep a closer eye on you for the potential for some freezing rain and some iciness there as well. The rain will continue on into tonight, overnight as we sleep, and again, watching folks north and west for a little bit of wintry mix and some freezing potential there through early tomorrow morning. Again, we move into midday tomorrow. I think we see a little bit of a lull in the action, but there is more on the way. Trust me, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then again as we go into early Thursday morning. So a lot of rain over the next couple of days. By Thursday afternoon, though, it's been a while at that point since we've seen the sunshine, but I think it does come back out for Thursday afternoon. I think we finish off Thursday on a pretty nice note with some sunshine and temperatures actually getting a little bit warmer. So I know we oftentimes will joke about the I-40 line, but that really is a good indicator of who's going to get rain, who potentially has the opportunity for some freezing mix. So south of I-40, it's all cold rain. All right, for the next couple of days, really no concern there. You come up to the heart of the Triad north of 40 and you go up to our northwest counties, again, right around the heart of the Triad, there is the opportunity for a little bit of freezing potential. I don't foresee there being much. At the most, I would say a glaze, and I think that's really overdoing it. Now, north and west of the Triad, you go up to these pink shaded areas. Those are the folks that have already had a little bit of wintry precipitation this morning and have reported a few slick spots in a few areas. That'll continue to be the case tonight and tomorrow as well. Again, maybe a glaze around the Triad north of 40. I don't expect very much, though. All right, that's just kind of erring on the side of caution. Now we go up to our northwest foothills, up in the counties in the northwest foothills. I just said that. Of course, up into Virginia, right along the border, you'll notice those darker pink shadings. That's where you have to watch again, because if it stays below freezing long enough with some of this rain, it could potentially amount up to a pretty healthy dose of ice. And we're talking about maybe a tenth of an inch up to a quarter of an inch, maybe up to half of an inch of ice just over the border in Virginia. A quarter of an inch really is that threshold that we talk about when we talk about in terms of breaking some tree limbs, getting coated on power lines, causing some power issues. So that's something that does have our attention that we'll need to monitor over the next 48 hours. Again, I don't foresee widespread power outages right now, but a few scattered power outages will be possible. A couple of down limbs, maybe some power lines bearing the weight of some icing up that way. Not guarantees, but the possibility is there, so it does bear us watching and keeping an eye on. Well, let's talk about the rain potential. That really is going to be the big story out of all of this. 2 to 3 inches still looks likely for our area between this afternoon and Thursday morning. We need it though. We're in a drought, although that's a lot of rain in a pretty short amount of time. Same kind of scenario for our friends up in the mountains. They also have the freezing concern, but have a concern of a lot of rain, a few inches up that way as well. Be concerned about some flooding potential up in the North Carolina mountains too. So that's something that we'll keep an eye on. All right, quick timeline for you to go by over the next 48 hours. Again, as we move through the morning, a couple of scattered showers, maybe some wintry mix, and again, some slick spots to our north. We get into this afternoon, it becomes a cold rain for everybody. Mostly just wet and cold. Now we go into tonight, that rain will continue overnight. We watch the temperature, especially along the Virginia border. Areas north of 40, we'll watch for that freezing line. Notice where those temperatures are. Could cause some slick spots, bridges, overpasses, railings, steps, that kind of thing. So we'll watch for that. Tomorrow daytime, I think we get a little bit of a break in the mid-morning. We head toward lunchtime into the afternoon. There's more cold rain on the way for the Piedmont. All right, so this is going to total up to a few inches by the time we're said and done going into Thursday morning. And after that, I do expect that we'll dry it out. I think we're going to end Thursday on a pretty nice note. With enough sunshine coming back, there is the opportunity we get up close to 60 to finish off our Thursday, and we'll end the work week on a nice note. Finally, a dry day in between all this mess for Valentine's Day. Some sunshine is back. It's chilly, as we would expect for the middle of February. Mid-40s for our Friday. And then I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I really am just the messenger. More rain on the way as we get into the weekend. I think Saturday will be tough to do things outdoors. Some rain could even linger into your Sunday morning. But I do think by Sunday afternoon, sunshine is back. We're back in those upper 50s to finish off the weekend. All right, so still there's some ups and downs, even though the majority of the next week is cold. We go into early next week. Chilly weather will be back with highs in the 40s for Monday, although it does look dry as we kick off early next week. And that's your forecast. Stay with us for updates. Of course, we'll have those throughout the day here on WFMY+. You can always check our updates on our website, WFMY.com. We'll have updates on our weather page there, and also download that News 2 Radar app. It's totally free. You can track along with us, see exactly what we're seeing, so you're always in the know on the forecast. And of course, we'll keep you updated if there are any changes or anything that you need to know about. We've got you posted here in the Weather Department at News 2.